Hello. So it's been a few weeks since I last did a video. And I'll explain that in a second. But hi, I'm back. So this is just a little 1960s-ish ranch thingamajig. I believe this floor plan was put out sometime in the 1960s. I am not entirely certain, but it's from a magazine for Town and Country that I found I guess it's a PDF version or something like that, on the internet, and I don't know, I thought it looked really cool. In reality, it was difficult to create. I've edited out so much of this video, but this took me in total 4 hours to build, but I started it on July 20th. So today, me recording this, it is August 6th. So that's a while. I did not plan for it to take me this long, but a few factors played into that. So first thing is, I changed positions. Like, I'm in the same workplace, but I am doing a different thing now. I've mentioned before, I work in retail and I was in management, but I have decided that I don't want to do that anymore. Explain it without giving too much detail, because I don't really want to talk about like where I work and everything, but basically I was too stressed out. I was doing something, basically I was like being the manager for so many different people that I got extremely burnt out, and I just didn't want to be there, didn't care if I had a job, and it was dark times. But yeah, so it's kind of confusing. I don't know. I've worked for this company for like going on 4 years now, and in various positions and stuff. And you would think once you get into management, it's like, all right, so I can do this for a while and it can be a career or whatever. Most people who get into the position that I was in, you're kind of expected to keep going. And sorry if you don't care about this at all and you're just here for the build. I completely understand that, but I just want to explain myself a little bit. I don't know, I like to just talk to nothingness. But anyways, so I never really felt into the whole retail world that much. I kind of fell into it out of college because I needed a job. And I've just sort of stuck with it, and I'm decent at it, like with dealing with people and doing the tasks that people in retail do, but I hate it. I hate it so much, and I'm one of those weird millennials who doesn't really feel like there is a place that I could work at that I'd be happy at. A lot of the things that I've done in the past where, like career tests and things like that, a lot of it was very polar opposite. Either I should be working with people or I should be working for myself. So I've worked for people, worked with helping people, and it's kind of just worn me out. So I'm going for the more working for myself route now, where I'm, still working there, but now I'm part-time, and I'm doing something that's very simple, that it comes easy to me and doesn't take a lot of thought. And there's no one that I'm overseeing. I'm in a small team and I'm not customer facing, and so I think it's going to be a lot nicer for me. I'm going to have a lot more free time to do things that I enjoy, this being one of them. And it'll be interesting to get through the holiday season and not have to answer to anyone, really. I don't know. It's going to be fun. So basically, I still have a job, but it's almost like not having a job for me, because what I was doing before was so much more taxing on me emotionally than this position will be. So anyways, back to what I'm building. But, oh wait, no, sorry, I have to backtrack again. So that was part of why I haven't been doing any builds or any videos or anything. I have not had time. I have not had the energy, and I haven't felt like doing it. So this is why this took so long to do, because any little moment that I really felt inspired to go for it, I would just get burnt out. So this was like 4 separate times where I was recording this and building it, and it took me a while. It was just so much work, it felt like, and so I just couldn't keep doing it like for a long stretch of time to actually finish it. Plus, this is a much larger house than I've done recently, so I feel like that was, it just took a lot out of me. I don't know, it's not that hard, but it is very creative. So creatively, sometimes I feel like I get very worn out, and this definitely took that out of me. So anyways, now back to the builds. So this is just very much a family home. I sort of took inspiration from like that 70s show, or the Brady Bunch, or anything that's kind of, 60s, 70s-ish, where things are very brown and green and yellow. Lots more yellow and orange in this build than I normally do. But, mid-century colors, especially around this time, 50s and 60s, they all kind of are similar. I would say with the 60s, there's a lot more avocado green, and there's a lot more I don't know, like a chocolatey brown, I want to say, and definitely more of like a sunset yellow. I know there's like official color names for them, but whatever. But anyways, so this one did end up being 16 and a half minutes long, which I'm sorry. I tried to cut it down as much as I could, and believe me, I cut out so much of me swatching rugs. But with this floor plan, they did have this little section as the laundry space, but in actually making it, I didn't like how modern it looked, so eventually I take it out and put something a bit more typical of this time, I felt like. And not to say that they didn't have washers and dryers in the 60s, they absolutely did, and they absolutely would have been in the home and stuff too, but I just didn't like how the ones that we have in game look. It just looked way too modern. And with the bathrooms, I did stick to the very traditional of like coloring everything. So they're all a different color scheme. And they're just cute. I love the bathrooms. It's like one of my favorite things to do in these builds. This entryway was confusing. I did not know what to do with it, but there she is. And oh, here we go. So the laundry space I didn't like, so I made it like a bar, basically, which is so, like, everybody drank at this time, I feel like, so this is perfect in my mind. And I'm just using that debug menu from the cheat. Wait, there's 2 different cheats. What is it? Like show hidden objects, bb.show hidden objects, and then bb.show live edit objects is the new one. Go me for remembering that. But I was just using those in the beginning of this build to get a lot of objects to kind of make it feel a bit more rounded out. In contrast, this room in particular is very much not rounded out. It's very plain, and I think this was at some point where I was just over it and I didn't care. So it's a really boring room. I'm sorry. The other 2 bedrooms there's a lot more going on. I just didn't go back to that room. It's one of those things where it's like, when you start a project that you're not that into, and then you just keep doing it, and eventually you just want to be done with it. It was like that. Oh, here's the second bathroom. So I've been wanting to use this wallpaper for a while now. I just really like it. It could work for so many different time periods, and I just haven't used it. So I decided to use it in this one. And then I was doing this whole enclosed tub thing. Come to find out, the sim couldn't use it. So I did end up taking those out. In the screenshots at the end, you see it with what I left it as, which is what I've done before, which is basically just the curtain rod. And that works perfectly fine. So, you know, if you're chill with that, then I am. So this bathroom is really cute. It's pink and green, very common color combination that lasted decades. So don't come for me if you think this is wrong. It's not. And then this room, so in the past, like when I did the Sulani build, I was like, okay, I'm going to do like a really 60s boho build. In reality, I didn't want to make a whole house like that. I feel like that was best fitted for an apartment, and I just don't feel like building an apartment. So we made like a teenage girl's room who is, in my head, the most hippie person in her whole family, and everything's flowers and colorful, and there's a lot of lights, but it's low lighting, and I just like it. It's cute. This is the most detailed room in the whole house. But, you know, that was a whole other subculture of the time. And I feel like in making the parents' bedroom look like this, which I get rid of that rug eventually, it really starts this sort of storyline if you wanted to play some sort of period storyline here of like strict parents who are old school and old fashioned, and then you've got like this hippie daughter, and you know, she's causing a ruckus or something. I don't know. That's just a suggestion. But this bedroom, I don't know what the inspiration was. I think I just saw blue and I was like, yep, everything's going to be blue. And yeah. There's a lot of bedrooms that you, like if you look at pictures and stuff, there's a lot of bedrooms in this time period that are one color. Not even like, oh, there's a bit of contrast with the second color. Like, no, everything's just one color. And I don't know why that was popular at the time, but it was. So, oh yeah, and then I went back and changed the roof on this garage because of everything in this house that I like. The garage I hate the most because it just... Like, I know I picked this house and I built it, so I could have changed it, but I wanted to keep it like the original. And the original just had this garage kind of sticking out as a little lump on the side of the house. So I don't know why they did it like this, but this is what they did. And in The Sims, it looks weird. So maybe in real life it didn't seem so weird, but in The Sims it looks kind of weird. So I changed the roof just to be more of a flat roof because having the extremely low pitched one was just weird. And then there's a whole bunch of landscaping, but I decided to cut that out because there was a lot. It just took way too long. This video would have been 20 minutes if I kept it in. So here's the screenshots. I'm really pleased with how this came out. I think it's pretty realistic for the most part, like as best as we can get in The Sims without having custom content. And I hope you like it. I'm gonna do more in the future. I know I said that at the end of my last video, and now it's 3 weeks later and here I am, but I'm thinking more of 70s. I've been sort of on a 70s kick lately, maybe after doing this build, that's why. Oh, here's the curtains. See, they're different. But yeah, I kind of want to do like a 70s build or maybe an 80s build. I just finished Stranger Things, so I'm kind of like in an 80s mood too. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like my videos. It really helps me out since I'm a little baby YouTuber. But anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day or whatever you're doing. I'll see you next time.